Hello everyone, VegasVic1965. This week's video, we're still in the nether, and we're going to be looking at these mobs right... Hey, he's getting awfully pushy. It's the Hoglin. So, without further ado, let's find out. Welcome back everyone, VegasVic1965. If you've been to the nether, then you've obviously run into these guys if you've been to the Crimson Forest. These guys are no picnic. They hit really, really hard. They will knock you in the air, even with a shield. Now, they spawn in herds of 3 to 4 in the Crimson Forest. In the nether, and obviously they also spawn in the Bastion Remnants. Now they'll spawn in the stables and also on the bridges. They can spawn in any light level, but they cannot spawn on netherwork blocks or shroom lights, which I'll show you here in a minute. So if you have any intention of ever trying to build in the Crimson Forest or in the nether, and you're worried about these guys bothering you, I have a way that you can keep them from bothering you. Now, as I said, these guys spawn in packs of 3 to 4, and there's a 5% chance of getting one of these little hoglins. Now, little hoglins take about 20 minutes to grow up, and you can increase the speed if you happen to be breeding them by feeding them these crimson fungi. Feeding them will increase the rate at which they grow to adults. Now, babies when killed drop nothing but XP. The adults when they're killed drop 2 to 4 pork chops, up to 7 if you have looting 3. And they also drop 0, either they will or won't drop leather, but they can drop up to 4 if you have looting 3. And they also drop 5 XP on Java and 1 to 3 on Bedrock. Now, Hoglins attack players within 32 blocks. They hit really hard and they knock that player in the air, even if you have a shield. And the babies attack also, but there is no knockback, and the damage is much less. But when they are hit, they will run away. Hoglins are also 60% resistant to knockback themselves. Attacking any regular hoglin will result in other nearby hoglins coming to that other hoglin's aid. Now, if you're attacking baby hoglin, that's not the case. They will not come and bother him. Now, hoglins and piglins, as you can see the piglin over there, they are hostile one another, but not always. It's kind of strange. It's supposed to work where they're supposed to be attacking each other a little less in the Bastion Remnants, but it just seems that you never know when they're going to attack each other. Now, if a hoglin is getting attacked and there happens to be a number of piglins in the area, the hoglin will try to save himself by running away, and vice versa with the piglins as well. If they're getting overwhelmed, they will also run away. Now, the baby piglins will sometimes ride the baby hoglins around, and as you can see, sometimes they can stack up to 3 on top of each other's shoulders. It is really, really adorable. Now, although the piglins and hoglins are definitely mortal enemies, and they do fight each other often, the baby piglins and the hoglins get along just fine. The adults do not attack the baby piglins. And in case you didn't know it, the baby piglins, there will always be baby piglins. They do not grow up, unlike the baby hoglins that after 20 minutes they will grow to an adult, unless of course you give them crimson fungus, which will increase that rate. Now, you can also leash these guys as well. We're going to show that in just a moment. Now, I'm in survival right now to show you that you can leash the baby hoglins and the regular hoglins, although you may want to make use of the warped fungus in doing so. If you're trying to do the achievement for the parrots and the bats. I believe that's the achievement it is. Yeah, the parrots and the bats. Simply go up to one. They're going to want to come after you. You can leash one. You can bring him over. He won't attack you as long as you've got this warp fungus nearby. Grab yourself another one. Bring him over. Leash him up as well. And then you're probably going to want to do is get more crimson fungus. I'm going to go back, now that I've got them where I need them, I'm going to go back into creative. And that way I can fence them in and I can remove those leashes and then go ahead and breed them. That will get you that parrots and bats achievement. but you will definitely have to remove this, because if they're running away, you will not be able to breed them. I'm going to go over that in just a few minutes, and there's 3 things, or actually 4 things, that they will not breed around if that happens to be in the area, if they're running away. So once you have that, we'll remove the leashes. You'll use crimson fungus to breed these guys. 1 here, 1 there. They will then breed and get you a baby hoglin. And if you were looking to get that baby hoglin into an adult, you have to wait about 20 minutes, or you can just feed him crimson fungus. And the more crimson fungus you feed him, the quicker he will grow into an adult. Now, I mentioned earlier that there were a number of things that the hoglins do not like to go near at all. If a hoglin happens to come within 7 blocks of another portal, a warp fungus in a pot, or a respawn anchor, they will begin to run away. Now, remember, if you're trying to feed them and they're not breeding, and you happen to have this warp fungus nearby that you use for protection like I did earlier, that's the reason. So you need to get rid of that. But make sure you're in a safe area, because I'm going to show you what happens. I should have done the feeding in survival. You'll see that these guys can actually hit through the fence if I get a little too close. So just be real careful when you try to feed them. But once you do feed them a crimson fungus, you won't have to worry about them despawning. As long as they've been fed a crimson fungus, they're there for good. They will not disappear on you. Now, although hoglins are a nether mob, they are not immune to fire. They will catch on fire, either by lava. He doesn't move. He's not moving very well. And he didn't make it. And also, they're not immune to fire as well. So if they happen to get too close to something that's on fire, they'll catch on fire as well. One of the last things I want to mention was getting a hoglin into the overworld or the end. It's no easy task. These guys have 40 health or 20 hearts. It's twice as much as us. We only have 20 health or 10 hearts. So be real careful. They're not the hardest hitting mob in the game, but a number of those that are attacking you at one time can really give you a bad day. So the way to do this is you want to make yourself a portal to the overworld, but then you want to go through into the overworld. Once you get in, now you've created the portal in the overworld. You want to go back in. Once you come through, you're now going to need to break this portal, and the reason for that is that this guy is not going to want to come anywhere near, as I mentioned earlier, to these portals. So once you've remade that portal and you're ready to light it up, I've got my flint and steel ready. I've got this warped fungus right here to help protect me, otherwise he'd be coming right after me right now. So I'm going to get my lead ready, and I've got me a little staircase in the back. I'm going to eventually break this. Let's see how this goes. Got him in tow. I'll bring him over here. Now he should be far enough into the portal that I can actually light it and get him in there. So let's see what happens. There he goes. He goes into the other side, and he's probably going to knock me off. There he goes. Yes, he's not very happy with me. But we got him into the overworld. I'm going to go ahead and go back into creative before he kills me, because this is a pretty high platform. But anyway, once you get in the hoglin into the overworld, he will change after 15 seconds. I'll start shaking. After 15 seconds, he will turn into a zoglin. Again, these guys, they hit pretty hard, but they're not the hardest hitting mob in the game, but a number of them against you can cause a problem. So take all the precautions you can. Use those warped fungus. Oop, there he goes back into the nether again to scare the other hoglins. Anyway, if you like this video, click the like button. If you want to subscribe for past or future videos, click that subscribe button. It really helps me and lets me know that I provide great quality content for you guys each and every week. So until next week's video, thank you very much for watching, guys, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.